So I had a quick walkthrough on the Elderado Encore before, but I failed to really talk about all the subsystems and things that I've done to it since we purchased it. The generator on it, it's about a 4K generator, but it is an older one. This one here actually has no oil filter on it, which is quite surprising to me when I first saw it. But essentially, because it's an older design, all you got to do is open up the valve there, drain the oil through, add new oil, change the air filter on it ever so often, and you're in business. It runs real well. Might be kicking it over so you guys can hear what it sounds like. But yeah, it's a good, reliable generator so far. I am missing the grill for it, but I'm on the lookout for something that'll replace it or do the job for it. So short of that panel there, the other thing I've replaced is the power outlet there, or the power box. When it comes to the water inlet over there, I'm going to be replacing that as well, so it's not all brittle and old like it is right now. But right now, short of not having the key to it, still functions just fine. Needs to be cleaned out. Can add water to the tank just fine. It's a diesel motorhome. It's the 6.2 liter made by Detroit Diesel, well, in conjunction with GM back in the day. Doesn't put out a whole lot of horsepower, but it's very economical and sounds pretty nice, to be honest with you. Let's see if I can kick it over here real quick and you can hear what it sounds like when we were running it. Oh, I got the key in it already. So because it's a diesel, you're going to want to turn it on. Wait for the glow plugs to heat up on it. See the little glow plug light there. Wait for the glow plug light to go off. Takes a little while. There it is. Now let's see if we can get her to start for you. There she is running. Like I said, even though it doesn't put out a whole lot of horsepower, it's pretty economical. And boy, you gotta love the sound a diesel makes, especially in an older van like that. So, yeah, fires right up, runs well. Being up in Alaska, I'm a little hesitant to see how it's gonna perform in the colder weather, but I'm gonna be putting a block heater on it, and I think that'll help a whole lot starting in the cold. Still looking for two better seats there. I do have that swivel seat off that ambulance. I'm kind of thinking about foregoing that and just finding two pairs out of an older motorhome so they'll match, look a little bit nicer. All fiberglass. It's got the original Dometic air conditioner. I remounted it on the top when I bought it. That's the thing too about this rig. I bought it for a whopping $500. The air conditioner was already removed and they replaced it by a wooden panel that was leaking pretty bad. Tested out the air conditioner. The motor works just fine on it. It is low on coolant. When I say coolant, refrigerant. It's an older system, so it takes R12, but it does have a saddle valve on it. So I think it's something I'm going to be able to fix myself and put back into commission. It's an older Dometic Coleman Mach, I think a Mach 1 on it. They're pretty darn good air conditioners. Hazard, I say, better than the newer ones that are produced nowadays. Yeah, on the other side, like I said, need to find a new vent up there. Need a little electric van to kind of vent it out. No longer really need the vents here because the propane refrigerator has been removed and replaced with a domestic one, so it's just electric. This right here, again, like I said, is where I put the diesel tank for the diesel generator. Not the diesel generator, the diesel heater, which is right over there, which is I'm using as primary heater on this rig, especially when you're boondocking. And with about a 10-gallon tank there, it should be able to feed that single diesel heater for quite a while. Still need an exterior little plug cover there for it. Hooked up to city water here with the pressure on right now. Just kind of pressure testing all my water fittings and the PEX tubing that I installed in it and make sure that there's no leaks into it. Found this pretty cool microwave here. This is a microwave convection oven here. You can use it as an oven, or you can use it as a convection microwave, or a microwave or a convection oven. It's also a steam cooker as well. I just kind of like the form factor of it, and it fit quite well underneath the kitchenette. So with the sink over here, use kind of a little flexible head inside here. See if I can't zoom out. Flexible head sink faucet here, so you can fill up a pot over here on the stove. Got a propane stovetop. You really can't see it that well underneath all my mess of tools there. But yeah, works pretty neat, pretty good. Plug here, water pump over there I placed there. Like you can see, not a huge refrigerator, but a pretty darn good size refrigerator here. It's got the freezer on it. For a smaller motorhome like this, I think it'll do the job quite well. Installing a little bit of storage on the top, storage on the bottom. Over here is my hot water tank. Again, it's an electric hot water. Didn't go with the propane, didn't want to cut another hole in the side over there, and it's a little bit more useful that way. Little access panel underneath so I can cut off the water from the water pump if I want to. And a little aisle motion light there. Here's my bathroom, still a work in progress. I installed a shower head over here, so the shower doesn't take up a bunch of room when you don't need it. Only when you need it, you can take it out and use it. Got the door here. I got this nice white fiberglass back shroud here that I'm putting on everything to waterproof it. I'm going to be using that same sort of material on the back wall here in the kitchenette, kind of finish it out a little bit. The wood itself I'm going to stain, make it look nice. Little storage thing for toilet paper and toiletries in here if you don't want to get them wet. What else? Put in the toilet in here. I wanted the black water tank inside. That way up here in Alaska it's not going to freeze. You don't really have to worry about it. To do that, I used I think this is a 30-gallon drum tank underneath it with a pipe going into it on the top and a pipe going out of it down the floor to a knife valve that you can empty the tank on the outside. And the shortest toilet I could possibly find, which is about 12 inches tall from thread forward. Reason being is I knew it was going to have to sit on top of the black water tank, and yeah, with that being said, it's going to be quite high. My wife has already complained about the height of the toilet, but I assured her I'll make a little step stool here, and there'll be more than enough clearance for you to use the toilet. But she's still quite upset with the toilet situation in here, but I might redesign it. Sorry to say, but I put a lot of work into it so far. But I think I'm going to press ahead, finish covering all the wood here with the fiberglass paneling, caulk it up. I'm going to put a drain in the floor here for the shower, and see how it works. If everybody still complains about this bathroom, I might have to start from scratch and redesign it. But so far so good. The door itself is kind of neat too, because you can open it up and it closes off the back end of the motorhome, the kitchen side of it, so you can kind of dress and have a little bit of privacy from the rest of the motorhome if you want it. For the rest, motorhome here, I installed made a little sofa here. Took the dinette cushions off of another motorhome, pieces of the motorhome. Didn't need the dinettes itself, but those cushions actually fit quite well on the sofa surround that I made to cover the water tanks, the water pumps, and some of the wiring. I'm putting in cabinets underneath here, and those cabinets are going to be able to be used for additional storage. I only got one of the cabinets right now. I'm going to install additional cabinetry over there underneath the sofa. If you take the sofa cushions off, I'm going to have another part of the bed. It's going to flip out, and then it's going to be stabilized on this side here. Cushions will come out on it, so it'll make into a larger bed. Probably good for 2 people. I got 2 other kids, so it might be a little tight for us, but you deal with the space that you have in a smaller motorhome like this. Um, like I said, hot water heater right here. I'm going to box it off a little bit so you have additional storage here, coat hangers for more clothes. My circuit breakers, it's a little dark in here in the back over there. We got 110 outlets over there. Over here, we've got a fireplace, a little electric fireplace. Can provide additional heat if you want an electric heater running it as that, or it can just give you some ambiance when you're sitting here. Plan on putting a flat screen TV on top here, covering a good portion of the window. And again, my family has complained to me about that. Thought about putting on a televator to come up and come down, but behind the electric fireplace is my diesel heater and the ducting for that. And I also installed a not an iHeart, but a Heart inverter. It's a 2000 watt inverter. So that also takes up some room behind the cabinetry here. So not really a whole lot of room for a televator. So I think I'm going to have to hard mount a larger television there and just deal with it. But I think it'll actually look pretty good once everything is said and done. And again, finishing that side over there for the cabinetry. And probably replacing both of these seats here so they match, look a little bit nicer. Got to replace the light there. I have it over there. I wasn't getting good 12 volt DC up there, so I need to rerun the wiring down there. And at the same time, as you can tell, no stereo. Stereo speakers are not hooked up. I want a nice vintage stereo that'll match the year model of this, which is 1983. So it'll all go together and yeah, hook up the stereo speakers at the same time up there. Blinds on the back end window over here. I have to kind of finish the wall paneling a little bit. Probably remove this old stuff that the former owner put in here to make it look a little bit more elegant. Let's see if I can't get that generator to start for you guys so you can hear what that sounds like. There it is. Start right up. The thing with the generator though is it needs to have a load on it. If there's no load on this generator, it'll tend to surge up and down. So yeah, without it actually being hooked up to the motorhome, I don't have a transfer switch installed in this. When you unplug it from shore power, there's a outlet on the outside that you can plug in, and that essentially connects the generator directly to the motorhome, right? And allows the 110 from the generator into the motor coach and powers everything. But without it being plugged into anything and providing power, it'll tend to surge. But once it's plugged in, charging up the batteries, running the air conditioner, you know, whatever it might be running, that surging will stop. Still not happy with the surging, but hopefully in time I can kind of nail it out. But yeah, so far that's progress I've made in this 1983 Elderado Encore Motorhome. Hopefully won't be too much longer, and I can take it out on the road and see how well it camps. Thanks.